Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be discussing how to bulk over the winter and how to approach it with the most amount of efficiency possible and get the most amount of results possible with that. But before we get into that, my name is Noah. I am the founder of Get Her Done Fitness, and I made it my mission to help all the young men get the body and confidence that they've always wanted. And I'm currently hosting a free video training where I'm showing you guys how to do exactly that. Gain an insane amount of muscle and confidence in just 12 weeks without all the BS and misinformation and lies that float around the fitness industry that leave countless guys with zero results. And so I'm teaching you guys everything that I've learned in the past few years in gaining 40 pounds that is going to help you to get the most amount of results as quickly as possible, because I know what works and what doesn't work. I've been through all the ups and downs, so you don't have to. And so if you don't want to miss out on that, go down below and click that first link. Let's hop into this one. How are you going to approach your winter bulk? How are you going to bulk over the winter? Okay. So the number one thing that we need to cover is going to be your diet. The bottom line is that if you want to gain weight, if you want to gain size, gain mass, you need to be eating enough. To gain size and mass and to grow, you need to be in a caloric surplus. And what exactly that means is that you are consuming more calories than you are burning, and those extra calories you are consuming, they are going to be stored on your body as muscle if you train hard enough and eat enough protein. So then that brings us to the other part of your diet, which is going to be making sure that you are getting enough protein. Okay, so I would recommend for everyone, as a good rule of thumb, 1 gram per pound of body weight. That is going to help you to be able to pack on the size. The protein and the calories are going to be the number one things for your diet. You do not need to worry about anything else, okay? You don't need to worry about your fats, carbs, micronutrients, although that is important and you should probably have those in your diet. But the bottom line is that you need to have protein and calories in place if you want to gain, then everything else is going to come secondary. In terms of how much you need to be eating to actually gain, right? How much of a caloric surplus that you should be in, that's going to largely depend on the person, because for some people, they have higher metabolisms, so they need to eat more, or they have slower metabolisms since they don't need to eat quite as much. But that is something that you need to figure out for yourself. That is going to come through trial and error, right? I didn't figure out my caloric maintenance and surplus that worked for me for months. It took months of just trying new things. But I would recommend, as a good way to start, a good place to start, eat 32 to 3,500 calories every day, and of course get your protein in, your 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 150 pounds right now, you're going to eat 150 grams of protein. And if you start to gain a couple pounds after the first couple of weeks, that's going to mean that that's probably a good surplus that you're in. Okay, but if you're not gaining any weight, that means you need to add more. So if you're not gaining any weight those first 2 or 3 weeks, I would add another 300 calories. So I would bump that up to 3,800 calories. And then if that doesn't work, 4,000 calories. If that doesn't work after a few weeks, 4,200 calories, okay? And you're gonna experiment and find what works. The next part of your winter bulk that you must have in place is going to be your training, okay? And I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to explain it anyways. And that is that you need to be training hard, okay? Because you're giving yourself all of these extra calories and protein and time. Like right now you're trying to build, and so that means you need to go hard. Like you need to go really hard. You need to train to failure every single set. You need to be getting stronger every single week. You're doing more. But I must also mention that you need to be training with good form and not train like an idiot so that you don't injure yourself. But if you're training with good form, then that means you can go hard and you're not going to hurt yourself. Okay, so you want to do that, and you want to go to failure every single set. You want to be getting stronger every single week. And in doing so, you are going to get bigger, because mass moves mass. And so what that means is that the more mass you're moving, or the stronger you are, that means the more mass you have. And so if you're getting stronger and you are eating enough, you are inevitably going to be getting bigger, because one, you're giving your body the fuel to grow, okay? And then you're actually going out and you're growing because you're getting stronger. Mass moves mass. The more mass you're moving, the more mass you have. So in other words, the stronger you are, the bigger you are. They go hand in hand. It's like the bottom line is that you're giving yourself all these extra calories for a reason. And if you're not using them, you're not going to be able to get the results. Okay, so make those extra calories that you're eating worth it and go in and use them and train hard. The last part of your winter bulk that is going to be not as important as the other two, but still important, right? It's number 3 on the list, is going to be your recovery. Okay, so when it comes to your recovery, it's going to be very straightforward. Okay, you need to go in and train, obviously, but then you need to recover. Okay, because if you're not recovering, you are not going to be growing. When you recover is when you grow, right? Because everyone thinks, well, you go into the gym, you train, and you grow while you're at the gym, right? Your muscles get bigger while you're at the gym. No. Your muscles get bigger while you're recovering after the gym. You go into the gym to break them down, and then when you leave the gym and you go about your day, your life for the next 48 hours until you go train that muscle group again, your muscles are recovering and they are rebuilding and repairing themselves to get bigger and stronger to adjust to the stimulus, the new stimulus that was provided to it that broke it down, so it can go back and be able to handle that stimulus again. And so what that means in layman terms is that you need to recover to grow. If you're not recovering, if you're not giving yourself that time to rest and recover and get your full amount of sleep every night, you are not going to be growing, because it can't grow if you don't give it the time to grow. Because a very common myth that a lot of people fall victim to is that the more that you want something to grow when it comes to the gym, the more you need to train it. So they think, well, if I want to get a big chest, I need to go train chest every other day or train chest every day. See, it seems like it'd work, but I promise you that it doesn't, because you need to give yourself that time to recover. And the approach that's actually going to work is going to be where you go train it 2, maybe 3 times a week, maximum 3 times a week. And that's going to give you that time to recover in between the sessions, right? But you do this with every single muscle group, obviously. And you guys are going to get huge over this winter. I'm going to be applying this myself and trying to gain as much muscle as possible over the winter. So I'll be right here doing it with you guys. So if you don't want to miss out on another video, go down below and click that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Always remember to get her done.